Hit the like button. That's right. I got it out of the way. Shockingly, Schmuel Buckman not only does not have the ability to start his own show correctly, he's backstage right now with his devices not connected. I've DM'd him. I'm pretty sure he knows. And everything's running great. So we're starting off with a show that was for Buckman and Ava, and neither of them are here yet, but who did turn up early and on time. My co-host, the great Lemmi. Lemmi, how you doing today?
I'm doing punctual. How are you doing today?
I'm not doing bad, but I could say that
I got bitches all on my dick and every day.
you know. But that I will save that. I'll play that again and again when Buckman turns up when he's wearing his cowboy hat and a scarf around his neck. Speaking of sex, one of the things I got to ask you about is one of the topics that I will bring up again later. I'm always talking about how in the fucking Dabbleverse, people are always hitting the like button, but also about how people are always stirring up shit and pulling out, making stuff up just for the sake of drama, all that type of shit. The latest drama going around, or should I say, the one that they tried to start up over the weekend was that mutual friend of ours, Kelly, was having an affair with enemy of yours, Carl from WATP,
Toothy cuck.
and allegedly that was happening in Vegas. So, like, obviously that's bullshit. Nobody fucking believed it. Even Kevin Brennan shut it down. Like, come on.
I would sooner believe that Jenny Jingles had sex with Kaylee in Vegas than
Go
Carl,
on.
for sure.
You would believe that Carl had sex with his own wife?
No, I would believe that Jenny Jingles had sex with Kaylee before I would believe that Carl had sex with Kaylee.
In front of Carl?
I mean, no, ew. Why would anybody even want Carl in the room?
What's up with your problem with Carl?
He looks like Sid the Sloth, but Jewish.
Oh. So that's the problem?
I mean, mostly.
Oh, look at 69 likes. Can we get 69 likes for Lemmy's plug streamed? And then, of course, Ackle from London, England says, I like that Lemmy will let you sit in silence and not feel bad about it when it happens to other people, obviously. When it happens to other people, obviously. Right, here's the thing from Kim Nicholson. Hit the like button, Kim Nicholson. Carl is a pompous geek.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start thinking he was pompous?
Immediately. When I heard him open his mouth, he sounds like he's. Oh, fuck. Who's that guy from that movie? He
Sid the
sounds like a
Sloth?
weasel. No, from Billy Madison, the bad guy from Billy Madison. He laughs like him, and it freaks me out, and I don't like it. And I judged him immediately based upon that. And my instincts have not been wrong.
Like, 'cause I always assumed that you at least got along with him, but then I remembered you really started giving him shit the first time you met him. I've actually got a clip of the first time that Lemmy met Carl here.
You shit my ass! Ah!
Lemmy's from Florida. Hit the like button. While you're here, Lemmy, I've got to ask you something. What does this mean?
I think it just means I'm a cat in a box, and I'm watching the stream from inside my box because I am a cat and I like boxes.
Ah, lesbian. Thanks for the toe by Bulge Dip. Carl Carl chews baby dicks like bubblegum. Sup, Lem? What do you think about that, Lemmy?
It's hilarious. Objectively.
What was that? Objectively?
Yeah, everybody should think it's hilarious.
Oh shit! This is a bit of a rough one by Panhandler. Do you like to read that one, Lemmy, or should I?
My instincts have not been wrong. Also, I have a child with Granny. Bruh. Yeah. And that kid is dope as shit, dude. He sings me Fred Astaire songs.
Fred
And your kid
Astaire.
sing you Fred Astaire? I doubt
Yeah. Here's a clip of me singing Fred Astaire.
That's the stickiest pussy I've ever seen!
So there you go. Yeah, but this whole thing with people starting the drama with they're trying to start that rumor with Kaylee and Carl. For me, that's just the sort of stuff. Like, what's the benefit of this? Like, what's the end game? Do you want Carl and his wife to break up? Do you want everyone to start believing that everybody that fucking hangs out is fucking each other?
Boredom, maybe. That's where my first gut instinct would go. Is like, how bored are you that you got to start a rumor that Carl and Kaylee fucked in Vegas?
That's the thing is, even if that was true, that's a win for Carl and a loss for Kelly. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say I don't think that it really. I don't think they're on the equal scale.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that out there.
Buckman messages me saying he goes, "I'm dressing. You want me on naked? Need another minute." So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Buckman is coming, but we still have not heard from Ava. Hopefully, she is dressed. But we keep talking to you about this stuff with that Pulper Con seemed like a real pile of shit because the only real stories that they have is that they went for a group dinner. And
Oh, is that why Carl and Kaylee went to Vegas?
Yeah, there's like a whole group of them out there, and that big fat guy went by two. Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him. I didn't know he was a great big fat guy. It checks out though.
Yeah, no, he's gained a load of weight. More like din by two. Am I right, Lemmi? Din by two. Get it? You know what I'm saying? Where's the fucking thing?
Pretty good.
Here's a good one by who is Bob Levy? Who is Bob Levy?
Are you asking me?
No, I was going to ask the other person on the stream right now.
Who is Bob Levy? He's a comedian. He's an old comedian who I just found out is Jewish, but I should have known because his last name's freaking Levy. That's on me.
Ice Dancer has never heard of him. The thing I like about Bob Levy is that did you know he was actually in a porno?
Was he?
Yeah, what's her name? Savannah Sampson made a porno with Bob Levy about Bob Levy's life, and he's actually in it. And I want to fucking see it.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I do not. The very first thing I ever learned about Bob Levy is that he ate, I think it was blue cheese dressing out of some chick's asshole. Is that the thing? Was it blue cheese? Or Thousand Island. That's important.
Okay. At the final boss, Lemmi put the cans away for Hughesy's show.
Cans?
Mm.
Oh, my tits? They're usually always away. I didn't put them away for Hughesy's show. I just whipped them out for a couple of hours. They're usually snuggled, nestled nicely under something. So.
What does this mean? A big dick? What does duck stand for?
I think it might just be a duck.
I have no idea what's going on. Hit the like button. What about this, Lemmi? We've got 106 tuning in for you. What do you think? It's a good time to plug your strings. What do you think? Lemmi?
Yeah, Little Lemmi on YouTube. I've been crocheting with my tits out.
Yeah, and if you want to really hit the likes, Lemmy is going to be clay molding with her cunt out. So everybody wins in the end. And get ready, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk about stardom? Well, I get this thing, and he's having technical problems backstage. Ladies and gentlemen, Schmuel Buckman, are you okay, Schmuel?
I'm great. How are you?
Your camera's off.
I know. I'll be there 1 second. You know, this is the time change caught me with my pants off. So let's see if we got my green screen. We've got my green screen. Hold on. I'm trying to get my virtual background up, Husey. But somebody sent me the link very late, so I didn't have a chance to get this up.
Yeah, you know you don't have to have your pants on for streaming because you're sitting under the desk.
It was my what do you call it? If it was just my pants, I would have been fine with that. But currently we have green screen, and we can go with that, and I will live trying to get the virtual camera, virtual whatever the hell this thing is called, working. But yeah, and you guys sound like you were doing great without me though, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no, Lemmy, it was great. Those 8 words were 8 good words. But now that you're here, Buckman, I'm gonna let you go full screen so that I can play your new drop.
I got bitches all on my dick and every day.
So there
Where's
you go.
my- that's the full drop?
Yeah, well, that's where they call drops because they're meant to be short.
Oh. This being old really sucks. I don't keep what do you call it? I apparently don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So there we go.
Are
What's
you on
going
a
on?
shooting range right now?
I wish. I'm on my I have to put drops in. And so I put the drops in, and then I need the glasses for about 5 minutes after I put the drops in. But I was and you can attest to the fact that I was we changed the time. So we're 45 minutes earlier than we were originally scheduled. So I have an excuse. But
True.
You sound like you have lots of excuses.
Oh
Rapid
shit!
fire.
I got let me I keep a notepad next to me with excuses on it, so I can just pick one as we move along. So I guess you're just gonna have to live with me with the green screen. So
It looks good.
this StreamYard stinks. Well, I don't know. You know, the last time my green screen failed, there was a picture of my kitchen, which $2 Dan decided was very small, but we're not large people, and did an entire stream about it. So this hopefully will give him content. He can do an entire stream about my green screen.
Christopher Martin, 1972. Thanks for the 2. Schmuel owns a Jesus Christ rookie card. What do you think about that, Buckman?
Well, he was a latecomer, but the Moses card is where the money is.
Yeah. And if you can get that K&N Able duo pack, you're going to get a good at least $69. Hit the like button for great jokes like that. Biblical comedy. Our mutual friend, Dr. Chai, sent me a DM, and he says, is the Dabbleverse a team sport? Why or why not? Buckman?
He kept putting that in my chat last night. I think it is for him. I mean, I think he's definitely on a team. He's got, Dan and Mir. For me, it's not, right? Like, I like people and I enjoy them, but we're not on a team, so to speak, right?
Well, I guess there is sort of a unofficial rule that people will hit the like button, but also that people will gradually help each other out in a way if they have to.
I totally agree with that, and that's what we do. But we're individuals, and I think by each of us doing better, a rising tide lifts all boats. So the better we each do as individuals,
Are you talking about
the
fucking
better the whole
Noah
group
again?
will do. Yes, exactly. And even though God promised there would be no more floods. But look, I mean, I can look at Lemmi and what like Lemmy's been going through, right? Now, am I team Lemmi or am I team against someone being an asshole, right? Like I like Lemmi and I think she's great. And yeah, I guess you could call me team Lemmi, but it's not like Lemmi and I are going back and forth trying to develop a strategy.
Sucking on my balls, licking on my balls.
Yeah, they are. Are you talking about Lemmy's knitting streams, where she shows off her milkers?
Oh God, I didn't know about that.
Oh, it's
I do
good.
now. I will get in touch with Lemmi and strategize.
That's good stuff. She puts the thread right around one of her nips. Usually there's like and then she crochets a bra on, and it's impressive. And she uses up a whole lot of string. Hit the like button for sexist jokes. Kim Nicholson here. Nobody cares about $2 Dan, not even his $2 wife. It's a bit harsh. What the fuck was that whole feud about that was going on Twitter? Because I turn the phone off and I go down to the home cinema, hit the like button for bragging. And when I come up, I check the phone, and especially the way X is at the minute, you don't get to catch up on your timeline. It's sort of whatever the fuck was on at the minute. So next thing you know, there's like a giant feud going on that came out of nowhere. Buckman, can you recap any Dan or Kim feud?
Wait. Which feud is this, Husey? Is this today or is this? I'm very confused. Dan is like in so many feuds with so many people. It's hard for me to keep track. But I think the Kim feud, and she is in the chat, so if I get it wrong, she can answer it. I think that started with, Dan's talking about other people, and every time Lady KB goes in a chat, Dan goes into flirty mode, and Kim was calling him out on it.
Dom's flirting with Kim?
No, with Lady KB.
Oh.
And then that started a brouhaha, but I think it's an old feud. I don't think it's new. Dan likes to do that hating thing, shitting on people and trying to start fights and whatnot. And I just don't. It doesn't feel like he's great at taking it, having people come back at him.
Kim Nicholson agree. Yeah, it was weird that he seemed to be saying some pretty harsh stuff, but again, I didn't see what started it. But we were talking to Buckman before you came on about how the Dabbleverse over the course of the weekend tried to start up a rumor that fucking Ava, that Kaylee and Carl from Stuttering John, no offense, were in Vegas having an affair for the weekend, which was a pretty crazy rumor to make up. To me, it always goes back to my whole thing that it's a bunch of incels where everybody's fucking thinks, oh, they're all fucking, and Husey keeps sending photographs of his dick to Lemmi every 2 to 3 days, and he constantly tells her to put on costumes, and she won't listen, so he sends more dick pics to Lemmi, and he's probably going to send one to her later tonight, and he's probably going to send one to her right now during a stream, all that kind of shit. So what do
I'm
you
upset,
think?
man. I thought I was the only one getting dick pics.
Well, I'll send you one right now if you want.
I've got 4 of them already in different light.
But so what do you think about them trying to say that Kaylee and Carl are hooking up?
So I met both Kaylee and Carl and talked to them. When I heard it, I just was like, oh, it's bullshit. It's Dabbleverse bullshit. It's the same bullshit that's been going on for 2 weeks, that I'm getting divorced from my wife and forced to live in my office. These guys just, it's certainly incel behavior, but I don't know that it's coming from the incels. Like, it feels to me like it's coming from guys that are supposedly married and happily married, who just want to start trouble. And, Carl having an affair with Lucy is probably the most obvious shit stirring you can do.
Yeah, and it's also one of the more like unbelievable ones. Like I really don't think that there would be a possible chance of them actually hooking up. Yeah, they're friends, but Carl is also ugly, and I think that's the main issue on here. Right, Buckman? Hit the like button.
Well, Kaylee is not ugly phobic though, She's looking for brains. But look, I just have to say, if you ever see Carl and Jenny together, right? It's it's pretty obvious that neither one of them are fucking around. And I'm not talking about what they put on for the public, but I'm just saying the way they interact, it's very sweet. And I hate to say that about Carl, but they really do. Like, I look at that, and even in my old cold heart, I'm like, ah. So I just don't see it. And as far as I know, Kaylee is very much involved with someone, and they're friends. And that's part of what we do here. Is it's very hard to interact with a woman and then not have accusations flying around that you're fucking them, right? Or want to, or simping for them. And Lemmy, you've gone through this, right? They have to hear you.
Yeah, I know. I'm not very good at this anymore. Yeah, well, chicks don't really make up a whole lot of a percentage of the Dabbleverse, and it does kind of suck when everybody's getting along and you're like, oh, you're simping, or like you defend some shitty behavior, like, oh, you're a fucking simp. But it's the nature of the beast. It's just you have to accept the people who are going to call you a fucking simp for being a normal human. You're going to simp.
Dr. Maggie G, he says, Buckman said Carl was the best looking guy in the Dabbleverse unironically last week. Hit the like button.
Gross,
Comments,
dude.
Buckman?
It's Dr. Chow, so large grain of salt with whatever he says. But I did say that I don't think I said I certainly didn't say Carl was the best looking person in the Dabbleverse, but I think I said that Carl was not one of the he's an attractive guy. He's a good looking guy. What can I say?
Fag! But hit the like button. And what I meant to say was English cigarette, because the Ackles in the chat. But well, what is it that you think so sexy about Carl?
There's a very, very large chasm between me thinking Carl is sexy and Carl being a decent looking guy.
Let's see some ones in the chat if you think that Buckman wants to bang Carl, and twos if you think Buckman just generally likes to bang men.
And this is how these rumors get started. So now I will be leaving my wife for a man, or several.
Yeah, let's see some threes in the chat if you think that Buckman is only going to Hackmania to spend the weekend with Carl, and then hit the like button.
It's actually not. It's not Carl. It's another man.
Let's see some fours in the chat if you think that Buckman is going to grape a man while he's out at Hackmania. Hit the like button. What do you think? Let me think. There's a chance of Buckman kidnapping a guy and doing something to him so that he is too embarrassed to tell anyone.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's got a van with no windows.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm. I heard that when Buckman was in school, his nickname was the Zodiac.
Well, that's a banger.
Thank you.
If we were only had an audience, the crowd would be cheering at that one.
Fuck you. But while we're unfortunately Ava's not here yet, we might as well talk about one of the topics that I wanted to speak to. In fact, you know what? We will give Ava a little bit more time just in case. There was something Kaylee was talking about on her Twitter. Not Carl's cack. Hit the like button for more jokes like that. What's that, Lemmy?
I was giggling to myself quietly.
No, I thought you said so. Was it this?
I like getting fucked in my ass and doing cocaine.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. She was talking about what do you predict is going to happen in the Dabbleverse for next year? Because like it's ended on the real shit note. Like it's been a rough year in the Dabbleverse. There's been some real horrible drama. We lost Ski Mask. There's been a whole lot of feuds. There's been really over the top doxing. There's threats. There's people trying to break up marriages. All kinds of shit. And the ironic thing is, I didn't think it was going to get any worse than 2024. So as we go into 2026, Buckman, what do you think is going to happen?
I think all of the things that you just said are going to ratchet up, and then people are finally going to have to take a stand. You're going to have to, like the stuff with Lucy and Carl. I mean, you're going to have to say what you think. You're going to have to admit. You're going to have to be, oh yeah, that them having an affair, it's hilarious and it's fun, or somebody's just trying to fuck up a marriage, and we're going to have to say that.
Speaking of which, Stevie Lou is in the chat. Let's see some sixes in the chat if you want me to send a dick pic to Stevie Lou. But I think what's really happening that like with Hackamania coming up, I think that there's a chance that we're going to see. Well, there's 1-6. That's all I need to do to send Stevie Lou a picture of some cack. But I think that with Hackamania, as much as I want to go, that there's going to be fucking people in the thing that are, there's going to be people that are probably going to try to get like physical. Do you think that's out of the question, Buckman?
Yeah. Because look, I've been to these events, and these, what usually happens is the guys that are threatening the most physical stuff and they're going to kick people's ass don't show up. And then most of the people who go to these things who have beefs try to settle the beefs, because it's very hard to be a dick to somebody face to face compared to being some kind of keyboard warrior behind your screen. And most of these guys are pussies, so they wouldn't be able to fight anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the thing, nobody actually believes the thing. Like as much as there's a certain person in the DV I'd love to fucking strangle to go unnamed, but if I seen him, I'm not going to touch him. If I seen him, I would think, okay, well, I'm going to go the other way because he's a fucking smelly nerd, and I have Stone Roses t-shirts. Right, let me look at this.
That's a pretty dope shirt.
Yeah, nice lemon. Everybody hit the like button for lemons. What do you think, Lemmy? What do you think is going to be the state of your precious Dabbleverse next year?
Oh my gosh. I hope it doesn't ramp up, but I think Buckman is right. Something significantly bigger seems to happen at every single one of these events. So maybe let's bring 2026 in with like a fun community fucking vibe, bro, and have a good time at Hackamania and not fight with like your fellow chatters. Let's do that.
Yeah, and I would say that anybody who would literally travel to fight or argue probably has a screw loose going on. Like, why the fuck would anyone think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get in a car and I'm going to drive for 6-7 hours to rent the hotel, to go into the casino, to bump into someone and go, "Hey, I dare to say that to my fucking face." It's like, shut the fuck up. Echo Pineapple, who's a member, of course, or as he calls it, memberships. Fucking English person. Hit the like button for hatred of English people. Let's see some threes if you hit the English. No, sevens. Fuck. Anyway, sad news about Dave leaving Buckman's show due to Schmuel's rudeness. This is true, Buckman. What happened?
It's a terrible, terrible thing. You'll just have to wait until the New Year's Eve stream tomorrow to see whether Dave is there or not.
What a cliffhanger.
Dave and I being rude to each other is like being shocked that, you know, the sun comes up in the morning. It's what we do. It's how we interact. And so nothing new.
Wow, you're breaking my hymen, you little fucking bitch!
One of the questions that I put in the poll was Stevie Lou said he's calling the police because I sent him a picture of my gag. And that was a real one, Stevie. I was post-workout. The question I put in the poll was, I think it was just before Christmas. Gilly and Carmick ended up on MLC, and it was fucking pathetic, in my opinion. I thought it came across. Like, do you ever get when you see those, what do you call them, environmental plays where it's like they're acting around you, and they all know to go along with the bit. You could literally see Carmick laughing and giggling like a fucking cunt that he is. So it is, don't you know? So the question I had, the Gilly and Carmick drama on MLC, was it staged born drama, or is Gilly just using Carmick for attention on the shrinking MLC hosted by this lovely man?
Go suck a dick!
You like that one, Lemmi?
I do.
Thank you. And what about this one?
Hey, dumb cunt, shut the fuck up.
I like that one too.
Here's a nice
I
one.
want to see your dirty snatch and your asshole at the same time. That's what I want.
Would you like another, Lemmi, or is that enough?
I do. Yeah, no, I want more.
Yeah, you need more tenants in your cunt.
There you go. So, Buckman, what do you think about the Gilly and Carmick thing?
May I quickly go back to what Lemmy said, though, about, you know, something happens at these events? So I've been at...
Yes, you may.
I've been at four of the events, 3 of the events, or more. No, probably 4 or 5, actually. Nothing has ever happened at any of those things. I mean, the biggest incident that we had happen at Hackamania was Misfit calling the cops on Michaela. And nobody even really knew about that until long after it was over with, right? Like, there were no fights. In Atlantic City, somebody had a beef with Melton and they wanted to fight. Melton talked to them. He's also very big, but he talked to them. I watched how he diffused it. It was great. Chad and I were supposed to fight. Rob Saul and I were supposed to fight. Like, there were all sorts of beefs. Bentley was supposed to, like, Chad thought Bentley was going to knock him out. And none of that happened. Right? So nothing, that's my thing, is nothing really happens at these things that are fights and whatnot. But I got to say, look, the big difference between this year and last year, because last year we didn't have this much fighting. Like, we didn't have this, right? I don't remember it, where I'm going to take you out or all this stuff. We've got Mersh now, right? In our universe. Mersh likes to cause trouble. He's saying what he says, and then the less talented or whatever think now it's okay to do beefs. And we've gotten, like, Chad going to Mersh's house, you know, the inappropriate, you just have the inappropriate behavior from, sort of, to use a Kevin Brennan word, the loser class, you know. I don't know. But I don't see people really going to I don't see anybody going to Hackamania to fight.
Yeah, I just turned 41. My plan is never to fight anyone ever again, ever. And I'm one of the young kids at fucking the Dabbleverse, so I don't know where these old fuckers are like if I see you, it's a spinning slow mo roundhouse kung fu kick right to the jaw, on sight, motherfuckers. By the way, here's a Balls Deep. Says, sup, Haley? Thanks for the dough. Hello, Haley. I will see you soon. Not in a sexual way. Well,
Well, if you could, you
I,
would.
I beg your pardon. And Kinky Loco, thanks for the 10. I'm going I'm going to punch Schmuel and AC and Feb. What do you think, Buckman? Are you shitting yourself now?
Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm nervous, but I have Cookie. Cookie is going to be with me in AC, and she'll defend me.
Is it true that Melton tried to fuck your wife just because of her name?
I haven't heard that one before. Not that I'm aware of.
Hang on, I'll give myself one of these here. Thank you. Yeah, so the Gilly Carmick thing, Buckman, what did you think of that when you saw it, or did you answer it and I wasn't listening? Hit the like button for attention deficit disorder.
I didn't answer it, but can I ask Lemmi to answer it first? Because I wanna know what Lemmy's opinion is, so I can have an opinion.
Free the Florida 2.
What was the question?
Carmick and Gilly, is it work?
Wanna fuck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it was a work that got out of hand, actually. I think it was a work, and then Carmick caught feelings, and then Gilly was like, oh, maybe I'll try it out for the bit. And it just got away from everybody. And now it is what it is. And it's just a fucking train wreck.
Well, here's a follow-up question for you, Lemmy. Just do it. Thanks for the 5. 2 impressions back to back. Are you impressed, Lemmy?
I'm so impressed.
Thank you. If Schmuel was a teacher with giant students, what would he have, Lemmy?
A giant chalkboard?
You'd have big pupils. See?
Born without eyelids.
Hilarious.
See? Lemmy's cracking the fuck up. But I thought that was good. Just do it. Hit the like button for more bangers. The more likes, the more bangers, the more Lemmy will laugh her tits off. Right, Schmuel?
Right.
Sucking on my balls, licking on my balls.
But go ahead, Buckman. This will now be the 3rd time that I have asked you this. The Gillian Carmick thing. Answer the question.
I've been off the Carmick and Gilly train for a long time. I don't think it's a work. I think sort of what Lemmy said. I don't think they intended it. I think Gilly came in. She's, talking to Carmick on KB's show. She's lonely. He's lonely. Hey, I'm going to be in Minneapolis. Why don't you come visit me? And to use the term, I think they did catch feelings for each other. But I don't think if they had met like outside in another universe, they would have.
I still don't think they did anything, and I think they sort of come up with an agreement to cover up Tom Cruise's, Carmick's potential cock-sucking dreams, don't you know? Oh, yeah, I love eating her cunt, so I do. Every hole the first day that I met her, so it was. I believe you. But my Tommy gun don't. Little callback to Home Alone. Merry Christmas,
But
everybody.
wouldn't that require like pre-thought? Like, wouldn't they have had to think that out and think it up? And do you think that Carmick could think that out?
I think he's so easily controlled that she knew she could do this to piss off Pat Dixon, and not silly goose Pat Dixon. No offense. Allowed it to get on his nerves publicly. So it was another win for David Boy. Gilly. and now she's doing it with the fucking Clearwater Chad, that fucking personality factory. So now she's got she's got a sequel to Karmic coming out, the at sea version with Clearwater Chad, the 2026 reboot of the storyline, and of course, fucking what's his name again? Pat Dixon. Clearwater Chad. What was she doing? That's the latest episode of whatever Pat Dixon show is called. It's fucking stupid, and she's a cunt, and they're all idiots. And hit the like button. What do you think about that, Buckman?
You're very hard on her, and you're treating Karmic is a 41-year-old man. Your age.
Nothing wrong with him.
No, but we act like he's a child. Now, either he might be, maybe mentally he is, but you feel free to disagree with me, but I think these two actually thought they were going to be a couple. I think that Felicia can talk herself into anything, and I think Karmic is malleable.
She could talk herself into anything with a bunch of retards. Harry Jane agrees with me. And that's all that matters to me. Apart from Oasis and a load of other bands and lots of other people. But the thing I think that Karmic is a closet case. I've said this before. I think he grew up thinking about cacks and wanted to suck on them and have them inside him and put his dick inside men's arses while grabbing their dicks. Having a good time, don't you know? So, but I also think he was brought up being told to be straight. And he was like that little boy from fucking the ruined Stranger Things. That's Karmic, by the way. There's some AI for you. Hit the like button for spoilers. And I think that so he just needs her to make her think, to make people think, well, I told you I'm not gay, don't you know? So now we've got this fake romance. And the thing is, if he's so heartbroken and all that shit, why the fuck did they go on MLC and were visibly holding back laughter while having this heart-to-heart meeting on the air? Hey, Lemmi, why don't you explain that one, you bitch? Please.
I think the reason anybody does anything on air is for attention, first and foremost. But I don't think he's gay. I really don't think he's gay. I think he's a really emotional man. So he tries to overcompensate to what he thinks a man is, or undercompensates, or over. Like, I don't know what Catty Z is, if it's an overcompensation. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck that is. But I don't think he's gay. But I think there is a lot of I think he's a very emotional dude.
He's a mentally weak cunt, and Kim Nicholson, no offense, says it perfectly. AJ could have Cormac's house tomorrow. You're right. He's that word. Hang on, not getting off the topic. Look at this. Thanks for the toe. Gordon Lightfoot is better than Oasis. Let me think about it. No. So anyway, back to the topic, but thanks for the toe. I think that anybody could control Karmic. I just think he's so lonely. And that's why I think it's a shame he won't go to Hackamania, because I would actually like to hang around with him and buy him a couple of beers, don't you know? But then he would probably try to kiss one of us, and Buckman would encourage it because he'd be thinking, oh, fuck yeah. This is the way I want to go. Man on man, sex action.
I feel like all the porn on my phone.
Right, Schmuel, hit the like button.
I don't know. I think the notion of him being gay, I don't buy it. I also, there's a lot of shit I don't buy. But the one thing is, look, if he were 25, right? I mean, maybe I would go with that. But he's 41, and even in a small town, there's going to be a gay meeting spot, and he would have accidentally wound up there. I think he's a straight guy who's just frustrated. And to me, he's got like social, what do you call it? Social anxiety. Like he's I think he's afraid. He's a big shot when he's alone in a room. I think in a group of people, he's not that, and so he just doesn't have like. He's great like talking on stream, but I wonder if talking in person to a woman is just not something he's good at doing.
Tommy Jordan makes a great thing. Tommy Jordan, you don't buy, spelled
No,
B-I. Nicely done, Tommy.
They pay me, Tommy.
I don't know. I think that the whole thing is a work. And so what is she? Is she now trying to say that she's got a thing going with Clearwater Chad?
I thought that was a one-time thing.
She is gross. She seems like a mental cunt, and I do not like her. And it annoys the fuck out of me when you hear Pat still going on about her. Like, Gilly, sure.
It's funny that you say that because after having listening to you all this time, I would have thought that you really liked her. No, she's horrible. I mean, one of the hardest parts for me is I'm friendly with Pat. I'm like, how did you wind up with this broad? You know,
I did like when she sang Little Drummer Boy with Bing Crosby. I thought that was pretty festive of her. You didn't like that one, Lemmi?
It's pretty good.
Thank you. Two more chats to catch up on here. Well, this is false news. No, Balls Deep, thanks for the toe. Liam Gallagher had gay relations with Noel's dog. How do you know Noel's dog was male? So now your story is stupid, Balls Deep. But how do you read it in fuck a bitch? No offense, Lemmi. Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid, thanks for the toe. With his nips shown in his profile. Hey, Husey, can you ask Buck about ball washing? Hey, Buckman, ball washing?
I'd be happy to answer that question, but I stay on Gilly for just a minute.
Jesus Christ!
I realize I know I'm annoying and I got it, but when it comes to Felician stuff, the problem, not the problem, but what I see happening, I think, is that everybody is looking at her through the eyes of MLC and what we've seen on there and Dixon and Karmic, right? But if you watch Felicia's streams, she is a manipulative. She's a cunt. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Karmic is susceptible to that. And I can see her convincing herself that she's in love with Karmic or whatever. But I think she wanted to save him. That's my view on it.
Your incorrect view. Just to address this one by Burneye 31. Hugely like Kiki because she's attractive, but Gilly has the Bowie vibe, so no. I don't find Kiki attractive or Gilly, but I would bang David Bowie. So just to clean that one up. You like that one, Lemmi?
It's pretty good.
Hit the like
Which
button.
David Bowie?
I
mean, which iteration of David Bowie? Like Ziggy Stardust David Bowie or like the Labyrinth Jareth David Bowie?
That's
Lazarus
a good question.
David Bowie?
Well, I'm going to have to say that 80s David Bowie was my era. You know, you don't know what the 80s David Bowie is, Lemmi? You're about to get kicked off.
Yes, of course.
We're arguing. I'm just trying to talk about gay sex with David Bowie. I thought that's when he was at his best, when he was off the drugs but still drinking.
Okay. That's an acceptable answer.
There you go. But yeah, no, I just think that with Gillian Cormac, they're both as bad as each other, and it's almost like he loves this attempt at a storyline, and then Brennan loves having them on the show because it's content, and it means that he can get all the usual fucking donations with the same 17 people all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
A
Look,
guy with the AIDS is calling us heathens. How dare you? Go sing Under Pressure with the David. I want to see Stealth Chaos sing Under Pressure with Gilly, so that we can have a lookalike and an AIDS person together again. Hit the like button for sexually transmitted diseases that kill people. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to wrap up here because Ava is not joining us, and we're almost an hour in to the show. So I have everybody's plugs linked down below here. But
did I do something wrong?
yes,
Wow. You brought me all the way over here and you're dumping me? And I didn't even get to answer the ball washing question. I guess I'll have to save that for my stream.
no, go ahead.
No, I'm happy to save it for my stream.
No,
You don't even remember the $2 super chat?
You're going to upset Lemmi, and we don't need Lemmi getting upset. What about Dan's ball washing?
I don't know what they mean. All right. Hey Husey, can you ask Buck about ball washing? I don't know what they mean. Like they're saying, go ahead, you do it.
No, I will. We have someone backstage, and I will mention this in a minute, that we are not going off stream because Ava has joined us. But before we bring Ava on, Buckman's going to answer Dan's ball washing question.
Well, you're going to tell me what ball washing is first.
It's been in Dan's opinion, it genuinely seems that anybody who says anything complimentary is faking it. That's my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. Dan, send me $100 to explain why. But what do you think, Buckman?
I think if that's the definition of ball washing, then I'm a major ball washer. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like what you want me to do is criticize other people and judge other people.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I've been thrown out of better places than this before.
He said judge people.
No, I said judge people. It's like you want me to judge these guys, right? The Chows and the Dans and whatever. They don't seem happy unless they're shitting on somebody or criticizing someone. And it's like, if I watch a stream and somebody regularly and they do, I don't know, 9 out of 10 things I like, why am I going to pick on that one thing to then criticize it? Right?
I actually have a clip I meant to play you of the recent Dan and Chow and Mir stream. Here it is here.
Ah, you shit my ass! Ah!
It was a good episode. But we have been joined by the lovely and talented Ava Raiza. How are you doing today, Ava?
Good, thank you. I got your message, but then YouTube said the show was at 3. So I was like, oh, I guess it's at 3 again.
Yeah, I don't know how to use this.
Okay.
Time is a fluid, in my opinion. Right, Lemmi?
Well, many apologies. Are you ending the show now?
No, we're actually. It's good because I actually had some questions here that I had specifically saved for you. But before that, I will play this.
Ow, you're breaking my hymen, you little fucking bitch!
More Mir and the thing. It was a good episode. Hit the like button. So, one of the questions I wanted to ask you is about Vince the lawyer, because you're kind of friendly with those guys, Vince and all. But it genuinely seems like every time the lovely John Melendez, who I call Stuttering John, we're pretty close, every time John has some type of an issue, that fucking Vince the lawyer is always behind it. Like when the link to Stuttering John's streams always gets sent out by Vince, and John's always like, "Who's sending this? I can't believe that somebody's sending me the fucking link." I actually think it'd be funny if somebody sent Stuttering John the link to his own show just to fuck with him. But that's me. It's Inception. So why is it, Ava, do you think that Vince the lawyer and Stuttering John continuously work together despite the fact that it looks like Vince is setting them up, hit the like button.
That's a good question. I've gotten to know John really well. I feel like I understand him on a lot of levels. I feel like he's misunderstood on a lot of levels. The one area I just still don't understand is their relationship with each other. I've spoken with him off the air about him. He goes up and down. It almost seems like he's like a battered spouse, the way he talks about it. I don't understand. It's so obvious to me. I do get the sense that he's not like putting on when he doubts that Vince did something. He really seems to give him the benefit of the doubt over and over again, and I don't understand why. So I don't know.
You seem to have a pretty good relationship with old SJ. That's my nickname for him. By the way, Bulls Deep says Lemmy should get the lion's share for being on time. So Lemmy, I will give you 70% of this $2. Is that okay?
That's perfectly fine.
I'll donate to your cause too, Lemmy.
Thank you.
Okay,
so much.
but you send it to me first. You donate to me, and I'll get the money right after.
Okay, well, he's the middleman.
There you go. Thank you. But the thing is, a couple of weeks ago we had Mommy on, and she was telling me this story where she actually met Stuttering John in real life, and she said that he was like grabbing her stomach rolls while they were having a drink together. Stuttering John drinks, and I thought, what a bizarre thing to do to someone that you've literally just met. Going, look at this, look at this. Because I'm pretty sure if she wasn't filming herself the whole time, he would have tried to bang her. Am I wrong in that one, Ava?
I think he would have tried to bang her. I don't know who to believe on the roles thing. I don't see him doing that. Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that whole experience. I've never heard him grabbing the rolls thing until you just said it.
Yeah.
I'll get to the bottom of it. I'll ask him.
I wouldn't mind getting to the bottom of Mommy. Have you seen the arse? I'm not her. No offense to her. Right, Buckman?
Usually does like his big ass, huh?
I certainly do. Let's see a couple of nines in the chat if you would have a go on Mommy's big fart box. Respectfully, right? Here's Eccles with £2, which I think is about 17 American now. Thanks, Somalians. Thanks for the two. Thanks for the two, as Eccles would say. Ava and Lemmy is better than Husey and Buckman, was better than Jake, which is better than Mir and Chai. What do you think about that, Lemmy?
Accurate.
Good company.
Yes. What do you think about what we're saying here, Buckman?
I'm stuck on. I'd like to. What's the one thing that you think John is most understood about? Like what is
Misunderstood?
Yeah, if we have. You said that you think he's misunderstood in a lot of ways. What's like the one area where you think that he's misunderstood?
I don't know if you remember, but me and you discussed this for like an hour and a half, like very calmly. But I think he's painted out to be like kind of dead inside and almost a sociopath. I think that he's actually really a warm person off the air. He's combative on the air, and I think a lot of that is performative. But I think that he has actual love in his heart, and that doesn't get conveyed ever.
Okay. All right.
I can keep going. Yeah.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. And
I also
have
think
to take
that
off this kid's shirt that I'm wearing. Go ahead.
pop your all. Take it all off. Now we're talking.
Oh boy.
I got bitches all on my dick and every day.
Sorry about that.
Sucking on my balls, licking on my balls.
Go ahead, Eva.
We can go down that rabbit hole if you want to. I think another important thing is, I don't know if it's misunderstood or people are doing it deliberately, but I think that there is an evolution with him in the way that he responds to people. And since I've joined the space this year. I think he's in a different stage of it, and I don't think anyone acknowledges that, and they treat him like he reacts the same way he did maybe 2 years ago, and I think that kind of makes people miss the mark when they talk about him.
True, but I gotta be honest with you. I don't think that he does himself many favors, because if anybody says anything about him that's in any form of negative way, he's like, I gotta do an emergency stream right now, and then he gets off on this like I'm so angry and I'm ready to fight and I'm aggressive. It's like, calm the fuck down. You're in your mom's spare room. You're not going to fight. Nobody's going to fight. You're being I'm going to say this language. Excuse me, ladies, but he's being a silly goose. That's right, Ava. That's the way I talk. So if you don't like it,
I love the way you talk.
Thank you.
I think he would be okay with me saying this. I don't think people understand how many things he doesn't say on that show, and I've kind of become a buffer and a source of like telling him where to choose battles. So I think he has that restraint, like just from knowing what he was gonna say and before he called me, and then him not saying like half of the things he was gonna say about different people that said something critical of him. So I don't think that's true. It still looks like that. I can understand when you watch a show because it ends up being that. But again, it's him versus a chat full of just people who the only purpose of it is to try to poke fun at every aspect of his life and accomplishments and his family. So you can look at that and say he's just being reactive, but you have to understand what he's reacting to.
Yeah, I got you. But do you think because one of the things I was watching some of Kaylee's stream that she did the other day with Miss Judy. And the thing about Miss Judy I find hilarious is because of her throat, you can never tell if her connection is bad. Hit the like button for jokes about physical ailments.
Was that the end of that statement?
Yeah, well, I was going to say something about cum as well, but I couldn't get to the button on top. But the thing is that she when she was reading out of the lawsuit, it really seems like, and her, not in her exact words, that in John's own case, it's like he's setting himself up for trouble, because it was like he's basically suing them for hurting his feelings. Would you say that potentially the whole thing could backfire on him royally? Like, do you really think that SJ is the victim in this instance?
You asking me?
Mm-hmm.
I just watched that for I listened to that for the first time this morning too. I didn't know anything about his case until the past few days, like outside of what people say on the shows. But like I've started reading the documents. Yeah, I can understand her assessment of it. If I were his friend during that, I would probably advise him to not make a lot of those motions. And I don't know if it'll backfire, because these kind of things can end up in a stalemate based on the way the judge wants to handle it, like whether it's a dismissal or, it could go a bunch of different ways. But yeah, I don't know if he definitely set himself up for failure. He's inflicted pain on them by just subjecting them to this. I don't know if that was his strategy. That's my observation. But yeah, I personally wish he wouldn't have done it. I've never said that to him, but I feel that way.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
I'll tell him. I'll call him.
What do you think about that? Schmuel Buckman, real name Dean Galloway.
Look, if you read the lawsuit, it's embarrassing. John embarrassed himself by filing that lawsuit. It is about his feelings, and it's supposed to be name, image, and likeness, and there are mentions of that, but most of his complaint is about his feelings and how people hurt him, and interfered with his relationships. I mean, he even goes so far. If it's name, image, and likeness, why is he talking about people, quote unquote, stealing his couch, the couch that he threw away that was on a public street, right? And the other thing, Ava, is to say, like, you said that you're relatively new to this space and the John space. I mean, for 20 years, this guy's had people offering him advice and suggestions, and even
What are you talking about?
in
You think
this.
Howard is giving him like positive career
No, I'm
advice?
talking about Vinnie Paulino, Cardiff, Carl. These guys wanted John back. They wanted John to make money, and they wanted John to have fun with this. And I know you find that hard to believe, but that's actually the history of it.
I don't question that.
And it was John's choice to get into this. And now, as much as John complains about all this, if he's telling the truth, which is, I'm a rich guy, I'm, wealthy, and I have more than all of you, and I have all these streams, and all this internet is doing is causing an attack on my family. Why are you streaming every day? Right? And if it's true, the best way he could hurt them would be to go away. Why doesn't he go away?
Okay, this is what happened last time with you. Like, if you're speaking of what I said, I'm just talking about his behavior this year versus what I know about the way he's reacted. I was just saying he's behaving differently. He's not going nuclear the way he did. The rest of those are just grievances that you have about John. Some I think are accurate, and some, like, what was that last one you said? I wanted to respond to that.
I don't know. I don't.
You don't even know what you said.
How do you think? No, I know what I said, but how do you? But I'm kind of caught up in you saying that he's reacting differently, and I'm like, he seems the same John to me. It just seems you're new to this response. Like, we've seen this response before, but you're new to it. He goes through these iterations, right?
He's not showing up at someone's house. He's not like posting pictures of people. He listens to advice. Like, he's restrained. Like, the clips when I used to go on Schmuel's show that they would show from a few years ago, like, he was definitely more extreme. Like, he hasn't really done anything extreme this year to respond to anything. And in any way comparable to the things that people say he did before. Do you doubt that? Do you question that?
No, I don't. If you're speaking about him and extreme behaviors, yes, he has not done. I agree with you. That
That's my statement.
Done the
That's
extreme
basically what I'm
behaviors,
saying.
right? But what I guess what I'm saying is that his overall reaction to things are basically the same.
This is where when getting to know him this year, I made a decision that for everything he brings up about them, they'll bring something up about him, and I find them to both be really abhorrent. I could sit here and list all of the things that all of these people have done to him that are insane, and then they'll say he brought up something else that's insane. And so the way I've handled it this year is to just start from this point, and if he does any of those things, then I'll react accordingly. That's because otherwise we just are caught in this cycle of, well, he did this. Like, this is what happens with Schmuel now. It's like, if you bring anything up with any of them, it's just, well, he did this thing 2 years ago or whatever. And I'm just not interested in that back and forth because it seems like it's been going on for 5 years. So that's my point of view on it. And so when I say this year, it's just me getting to know him and him coming back. And I'm just saying he's not behaving in that reactive nuclear way he did before.
All right. I go ahead. I'm sorry. Hugh.
No, it was cough.
Oh. So, look, my view would be the extreme behaviors seem to be, to me in the past, always seem to be the result of convenience. Like, he was in New York, he was going to visit, he was going to see that lawyer in New Jersey. He had to pass Brennan's house. That's why he went to Brennan's, right? He was in Las Vegas on his way to New York. That's why he went to Milton's house, right? That's why he did that stuff. But we're talking about, that's a very small portion, though, of the reactions we're talking about with him.
Well, you were just pointing out things he did before that I'm not even specifically defending. Yeah.
Well, he's suing Carl. I mean, look, he's suing Carl and Schmuel over hurt feelings. That's a reaction today. That's not 3 years ago.
Which one do you want to talk about? Why'd you list all of those things? What do you want me to respond to?
They're two. I'm talking about two separate things. You're saying his reactions are not what they were in the past, and I'm saying to you, yes, he's not doing extreme things, but everything else is the same.
How do you know that?
Because what we see on stream is exactly the same. I've been following this for quite a while.
Hughes, if you want to moderate this, because me and him might go back and forth in a way that's annoying. I don't see him reacting the same way that he did before.
But at the same time, you could say that John is now filing lawsuits, and with the channel strike. See, like on one hand, I get it. If people are using your stuff, you can, by YouTube's rules, get the stuff taken down. But at the same time, like Shuli has a staff, so I get that John wants to get
A staff
Shuli-
that like looks up personal information about me and John to exploit for content, for their job that they decided is their job.
That's
why-
a fair
why should-
point. Yeah.
Like, why should me or John give a shit about the fact that they've chosen to make a living by fucking with our lives and families?
Because that's what John's done for 3 years.
But he's not
Right?
doing it
Dustin,
now.
the PI. Right, but you don't look.
But this
I'm
is the
sorry.
cycle. But this is the cycle.
No,
I'm talking-
I understand that, but look, the old.
Yeah, but John's response to what? Let's hold on. Let's
The
go one by
old.
one.
Let me just say this, right? The old line is. You decide when to play with the tiger. The tiger decides when to stop playing
Don't
with you.
talk like that.
So
Just
John, no, I'm going to talk like that. John does
So
all
he's a
of this
tiger?
stuff, and now
Who's the
that
tiger?
John doesn't want to do it anymore, everyone else is supposed to stop.
Just for context,
not-
before I respond, if he's a tiger, what animal are you?
I'm not talking about the tiger. I'm talking about the Dabbleverse, right? He decided to
Oh.
enter the fray. He's in here, right? He came into the lion's cage, so to speak.
How
right?
can you say that when the Dabbleverse was created as a response to his podcast? He didn't come in here. Everyone else came and started the Dabbleverse around him.
The Dabbleverse started not as a reaction to his podcast, but as to his reaction
Okay, so you want to
to
get into
being
semantics
reviewed.
to him,
Very
to the podcast.
different. Very different.
Well, when Carl explains it, they say that he started a podcast and he started talking about politics and we started making fun of him. So that's what I meant.
Well,
But
he
to-
did
but let me
right.
respond to-
But a million people have had or
Ecosystems, like universes created around them.
Well, they don't give that much content.
What other
but
verses
Carl
are there?
has gone after a myriad of podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very few of those podcasts have decided to go scorched earth back. So John goes scorched earth back, and then he's upset that people are returning fire.
Well, you just narrowed it down to Carl, but your original point was about the Dabbleverse, which is a world
Because
of
you brought
podcasts.
it back. Because you're the one that said that it started with that
No.
that podcast. So I'm going back and saying
This
is
why
where
I
it
want
started.
everyone-
This
I
is
want
the
everyone-
place.
I want everyone to like notate this moment. This is why Schmuel is actually very dense. I was just explaining that Carl described, like the reason he described the podcast, because I said John had started a podcast and there was an ecosystem around him. Schmuel heard that and interpreted it as, oh, I'm just making this about Carl now. Which
No,
is
I
very
did not interpret.
stupid.
It's not, Ava, you love to play these games where you're twisting stuff. Okay, the fact of the matter is the reason why we have a Dabbleverse is not because Carl covered John's political podcast. We have a
Schmuel, let's not
Dabbleverse
get into
because of John's
the-
reaction to being covered and him being a little bitch and deciding that because these guys were going to cover his podcast and make a joke and have fun covering his podcast, he set out to destroy these people. They fought back. This is a battle that's been going on for a long time. It's not like we can't just go, oh, well, we don't want to do it anymore. So, I give up and then you're supposed to surrender too. He's suing them. Of course they're going to go after him.
Lemmi, can you tell me what you think Schmuel just said and what you think he was responding to?
Here's my overall take.
Okay. By the way, Schmuel, that's it. No, I can't.
No. All right, fine. I'll keep my fucking mouth shut. It
No.
was in
That
defense
was
of you.
pointed at him. No, that's pointed at him, Lemmi. No, I was saying that he was rambling, and when I asked you that, you were like, "I'll just tell you what I think." That was making fun of him, not you.
No, it was just the overall vibe is kind of the Dabbleverse in a nutshell. Get you so caught up in arguing about the minutia that the point doesn't even fucking matter anymore. And you shouldn't hang out with the people that I don't like. And here's a list of all the reasons why you shouldn't like them, because I don't like them. And I'm going to get to the bottom of this and make it the best content I can. And I'm going to be super over dramatic about the tiniest, stupidest little bullshit.
I absolutely agree. And I think that's what just happened in that exchange. And that's why halfway through, I was like, Hughes or someone, you might need to moderate this because we're going down into that little pit you just described.
Ladyverse, thanks for the 5. Ava, do you find John to be attractive? And same question for Schmuel.
No, I don't find John to be attractive.
Do you find Schmuel to be attractive?
Who thinks Schmuel's attractive?
Oh, shit.
I'm used to it. Can I ask Lemmi a question?
Uh-oh.
So Lemmi, what is your response? So what is your response to all this? Like,
I don't watch
getting
Stuttering
Schmuel.
John content.
I
don't watch
understand.
Schmuel either. I don't watch either one of those shows, so I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so then you came on a show that you knew we were going to talk about Stuttering John, right? We were going to do this stuff, and
Try
you're
to
like,
catch
well,
me up on some minutia. I don't give a fuck. I'm here
I don't-
because I was asked. I was asked
Right.
to be here. Husey knows exactly what I bring to the show, and it's literally fucking nothing. It's literally to be here to sit in a hat and braids and to look cute and be like, yup. That's what the fuck I'm here for, Schmuel. You've seen the show. So
And you do it well, Lemmy.
You also bring levity and a zoom out perspective on the minutia that happens.
the minutia is what you calling it minutia. Minutia is getting served with papers and being sued for millions of dollars. Isn't that minutia? Like, where does
I
that
don't
come
care.
from? Why?
You
I don't
Johnny
care.
Cochran?
I don't care. Yes, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Really suing him for
much.
millions?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well,
it's
he's
like-
hundreds of thousands, and he wants more on top of it. It's open.
Do you even know that, or did you just make that up too?
I've read the court documents, which is something you and Vince both say you haven't done. So
In the beginning of this interview, I said I just read the court documents for the first time.
said you read
I
some
just-
of them. You
don't
said you
think I
just
said some.
started. Did you read them all? Did you read John's responses? Did you read the witness statements?
John's response. Well, they're not John's responses. I read the what we're talking about. The suit, the initial suit was before the motions. That's a whole separate conversation.
Well, it's not, because the motions are.
No, you were
motions
talking
are
about the
meat-
basis of the lawsuit at that point, but let's not get lost in that.
So let's not. So what you're saying, this is Ava, what drives me nuts. You call it minutia, right? That's what you're saying. Oh,
She said minutia, and I agreed with her.
You said minutia, and I'm saying, or somebody said minutia. It doesn't matter. But you're saying, oh, you're getting caught up in these little things. But the lawsuit is the lawsuit, right?
She wasn't. She
And
didn't. No, she
if
didn't.
you-
she
I'm
was-
not talking about her. I'm talking about you. What
I'm
you've
agreeing
been
with her.
doing-
I'm agreeing with her.
What you've been doing and what you do all the time is
Now I do it all the time.
You obfuscate the facts, and you say, "Oh, we're not going to look at the facts. We're going to go, oh, I feel he hasn't responded the same way. He's been better. These things are happening, and at the same time, you're striking channels, right?
I'm striking channels.
Haven't you struck Schuley's channel?
I struck them once for one thing, and I'm proud of it. But I'm not striking channels.
So you've only struck once.
Yeah, I've said that from the beginning.
All right, and you're okay with having struck the channel.
Yeah.
And what was exactly, why did you strike the channel? Let's talk about minutia.
That's not because they, a few months ago, downloaded a YouTube channel of me from 15 years ago and knew I was going to make it private. And then I made it private, and a few months later, to respond to a super chat where I was just saying Shirley lied about me, they just started playing clips from it. And before they started playing the clips, Frog made a series of statements that laid out how he was actually breaking YouTube rules and didn't realize he did it. And so when he was done with that, I was like, can he do that? And I looked it up, and I was like, no. And it's not even a fair use argument. You can't do what he did, so I struck him for it.
So I'm confused.
And the purpose of that, and that's me saying it without the purpose.
He had a public channel. You had a public channel.
I had a public channel 10,
You had a
15
public
years ago
channel that they had.
that they
Now, when
downloaded
did
to
they-
exploit, by showing me before I transitioned. But that's fine. We don't have to get into that part of it. Being a public channel that made videos in a small community in 2011 is a different thing than having a public channel now. At that time, when you wouldn't expect it to come out or be leaked everywhere because YouTube is a different beast then. So you can't compare it to if I had a public channel now and did it.
But you're well aware that it was public, right? You put the stuff up. You knew it was public.
I didn't know the videos they downloaded were still set to public.
So they went and took public information. This is like Kiki complaining about Gino's debt thing. It's a public document. It's a public document.
No, it's
Somebody
copyright.
shows the public
this
document,
is basic.
and then
It's
afterwards, I want it private.
Here, let me help you with this. It's basic copyright law, and they broke basic copyright law, and I had a decision about whether I would strike them once for doing one thing where they broke copyright law. And I looked at the situation, and I was like, why shouldn't I if that's what they did? And it's private, and I don't want it to be out. If they broke the rules, they broke the rules.
So
otherwise,
you're a rule follower. Is that what you're telling us, Ava? You're a rule follower. You don't break.
Is that your
rules.
response?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you wanted to follow the rule. You want people to follow the rules, and you're going to be the one that enforces those rules.
I will use copyright law to protect myself when it's being exploited that way. Yeah.
How are you exploited, Ava?
Do you understand? Can you tell me why they did that? Why do you think they did that?
Because it's content. Because you're going after them, they're going to go after you. It's the way of the world, isn't it?
I would argue that me going after them by super chatting something is different than me having an arsenal of secret files and documents and videos that Frog made from 15 years ago.
But they're not secret. They were public, right?
They weren't public when they posted that shit. And honestly, I made those private when I realized I was starting to get doxxed, and they're indicative to me that Frog was one of the people that was a part of it.
So now Frog was doxing you. Is that what's going on?
That's what I just said.
Okay, I don't know, Ava. It's just.
Here's the way to frame it. Here's the way to frame it. You have to understand.
No. Here's how I frame it. Right. John is not a good guy. Right. Shuli may not be a good guy. Neither one of these people are good guys. You've interjected yourself into this, right? And you're getting heat.
I went on his show because he asked me to go on, and everyone started attacking me. I didn't. I didn't realize everyone was gonna be that mad that I went on his. He asked me to go on his show. Me and him had a beef because I threw him under the bus, and then he just asked me on, and we just had these innocent conversations, and then everyone just started going crazy and looking up personal information about me and attacking me, and then I started responding, and it became this cycle. I didn't want to be caught up in this. I didn't realize everyone would be so vicious to me for just going on his show and not even saying anything controversial, which is the timeline of this.
Wait. So you go on Stuttering John, who right, attracts all this heat, right? And you think I'm going to go on and we're going to have innocent conversations and there's not going to be any repercussions from it.
I like to live by a standard where this applies to what we were just talking about. That if it's what I put out there, if I'm going to go on there and I'm not talking shit or going at people in a certain way, then I expect them not to do that to me. If I'm not going out and doxing people or downloading videos of them before they transition and retaliatorily posting them, then I would expect people to not do that to me. And I think that's a pretty solid principle to go on. It was the principle that people like Shuli and Carl espoused when I used to go on their show. For some reason, we don't do that anymore.
Well, they are being sued. I mean, that does create different reactions in people,
an idiot.
Right?
Okay.
Why am I an idiot, Ava? Because you don't want to answer the question?
There's a big missing part of your brain Like,
what's the big missing part of my brain?
Logic and intuition.
Right, my logic and intuition. You brought yourself into this, right? You knew, and don't say you didn't. You knew you were entering into this firestorm, and then you get mad, right? When it turns around on you.
Am I mad?
You're striking people and trying to, what do you call it? Take away their income.
I'm striking people.
Is that not mad?
I'm striking
They're
people?
Are they not people?
How many strikes have I implemented?
It doesn't matter. It's one. One is enough, right? And now John is doing it, but yet you continue to go on.
Go change your diapers or whatever you're about to do. Fucking cocksucker.
There you go. I love. This is how I. This is
Schmuel, you know what I know?
One of the ways that I know. Let me finish.
Schmuel, you know what I know?
That I know is you're an idiot. Is you're insulting me for being old because
Schmuel,
you cannot counter what I'm saying.
I did, but you can't understand it because you're an idiot. But
No,
you know
I
what
can understand it. You just have to make
Go
sense.
pee and finish. Like, go get your
Ava,
oatmeal.
in all of the time that you and I have spent together, which is hours and hours and hours, I have never once insulted you being trans. I've never said anything.
I don't want to talk about me being trans.
I've never said anything. But yet, here I am like, oh, I can say that, he needs diapers because he's old. I'll insult his. You're insulting your ageist just as much as
You're
any of these people being
equating
transphobic.
being an aging boomer to being transgender in terms of civil rights.
Why is that funny to you? I'm not entitled. I am. So what you're
I'm not
saying
even
is because
talking about
I'm an
being
aging
trans.
boomer, I'm not entitled to the dignity that you expect people to give you. If I sat here and made fun
What are
of
you
your
talking
looks
about?
and your appearance,
I
that
would be fine
make
with
me
that.
No, you wouldn't be fine with it.
I would
I've
laugh if
watched
you
you
did.
not be fine with it.
When has anyone ever insulted me and I didn't laugh?
You
Exactly.
talk about being trans hated. You talk about the
Not on
trans
shows
hate
and
that you
arguing with
get
people.
from
No, this
these-
is what's so tricky about this is, like, I had to make that point just now without even bringing up why they were doing what they were doing, because people like you will just make it out like I'm not being a victim about anyone insulting me on shows about being trans. Rob Solomon would argue, he would say the worst things you could possibly say, and I would laugh about it. Anything I ever did pertaining to a strike has nothing to do with me being butthurt about people saying anything about me. So don't just because you're sensitive about being a boomer, just because you're sensitive about being a boomer, doesn't mean that you have to bring it into this whole trans thing. And let me tell you something else. You know what I haven't done?
Can I respond?
No, you've been barking for an hour.
You just went
Actually,
through
go
this
ahead.
entire thing of being exploited by them digging up old pictures.
Now that was
right?
the whole entire thing I was
obviously
just
you're
saying.
You're sensitive about that as well. So don't tell me
I feel like I made a very rational judgment call about someone illegally downloading content of me before I transition and trying to flood the internet with screenshots that people can harass me with the next 15 years.
Those were not the people that were flooding the internet with screenshots.
Really, because
were
the
they?
screenshots that I see are from the videos that they uploaded to multiple Rumble channels as backups.
Right, and so they took public information and they put
Now
out
you're
public information.
He still doesn't get it.
No, but you're not.
But Schmuel,
why, no.
Schmuel,
You want a
Schmuel,
world where
Schmuel.
they can't address you. You can't be brought to task, right? You can't be challenged, but yet you can.
What are they
challenge other
bringing to
people.
task by bringing up completely non sequitur videos from me before? They're not addressing any issues we have. They're just using those to, be like, look, they used to have a fake mustache. Look, and then
Oh, but how many shows have you gone on and said, Schule's a piece of shit and accused him of?
do you understand that I keep trying to tell you that there's a distinction between talking shit in an edgy based way and how that's different than what the strike was for? I never have gotten mad at someone for insulting me for being trans. I just fight back with them in the same language. You're the one that's getting butthurt because I made a diaper joke.
I'm not butthurt about a diaper joke.
Yes, you are, Schmuel. You're screaming.
Okay. See,
because
you're so
no, let me
full
make
of
the point.
shit
No, let me
that
make the
have
point.
to-
I was trying to make a.
I'm not annoyed. I don't care being called a boomer.
let me
I'm
make the
called
point.
boomer and ugly. I'm called all these things.
No, let me make the point I was
I don't
making.
give a shit. What
Let me make
bothers
the-
me is you're
Shmuel, let me make the
defending a guy who's a piece of shit.
We're
who's
five
trying to
reactions.
take away other people's income.
No, we're like 5 back and forths away from what I was trying to say before you started barking earlier. What I haven't done, because you're implying that I'm getting mad about these things on streams, is I haven't pulled over my automobile to argue with Rochi about sending a link about John and some shit. You're the fucking lunatic, you little bitch. I kind of keep it together compared to you, you fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo.
Yeah. And I'm the weirdo, right?
You are.
I'm not the one that is being used by Stuttering John. To
Now John's
somehow-
using me.
Ava, from day one, everybody's known that. You
Shmuel-
think that you think that if you were somebody else and you called John to get on his show and were not you, that he would have said yes? Why do you
What,
think
he had
John
Tommy
had
Jordan
you on
on
his
his
show
show?
in the first place?
The way I met him was me reaching out to him.
Right, and why were you reaching out to him?
Because he was in this whole trans kerfuffle like a few years ago.
Right, exactly. So you were using the trans thing to get on John's show, right?
I did a few years ago, but not in some malicious ways. Like, seems like you want to have a trans person on to kind of talk to you about it, and he was like, "Yeah, everything." It's not as simple
And
as
so
like.
John winds up in. So John winds up in. this
Shmuel, have you ever
dilemma.
met somebody through just
John-
random circumstances, but then you end up being friends with them, and you never would have thought that you would be friends with them?
John?
Like, are
winds-
you incapable of recognizing that just because John initially had me on the show because I'm trans, that we could not have developed a friendship this year? Like, there's just no way it's not just him using me still for being a trans woman? Do you not think that's possible?
I don't think it's possible for you. I think you're smart enough to know that John is a total piece of shit. So how you wind up being friends with him is I don't buy it. I think you like this. I think you like all the attention, and I think that's why you do the streams.
Why is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing?
I'm not hard doing to get the attention. No, but let's admit that that's what it's about. Let's not try to say that
why
John
is
is
it something to admit? Who cares? Like, we're
well,
all
we-
doing all of this for attention. Nobody hitting the live button is doing this just for the love of the game.
Hit the like
Have
button.
you struck anyone, Lemmi?
I've never had a reason to.
Right. Have you gone on and encouraged people to strike and supported people who've gone after other people? Have you
Not to
done
my
that?
recollection, I've never had a reason to. No.
Okay. Okay. So Ava, and it may be, there may be many things, but Ava is saying she's doing because she struck up a friendship with John, right?
So-
What?
John has a history.
I did what? I did what?
That's okay. That's okay. I feel like that's an okay thing.
Okay.
Even if they have struck, that's okay.
Fine.
That's okay. That's an okay thing. I
Fine.
don't know why these are like questions. I feel like you're grilling her hard.
Yeah, well, that was what this was proposed to me as, so that's why I'm doing it. I thought Ava was going to grill me hard as well.
It wasn't,
I was looking to be grilled.
Buckman just asked me if I wanted to come on the show, and then he said, "Is it okay if Buckman's there?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Right. So you and I have had an ongoing argument for 4 months or 5 months, whatever it is, and you call me an asshole every turn you get, but you thought you were going to come on here and we were going to just all dance around in our panties and sing songs and
That's
be
an
happy.
interesting decision you made there with panties. Not even like on a trans level. It's just funny that you said that.
I like panties. What can I say? Oh, I'm not dead.
You're a
I hope
weirdo.
Chai doesn't clip that. You mentioned, of course, grilling. If you become a YouTube member, you can see a previous episode I did with the great Steve Grillo from the Howard Stern Show. I spoke about all kinds of shit with him. I was hilarious. And it's all there in the membership tier. Forgot to get your answer on Buckman. Do you find Stuttering John to be attractive?
No, he's no Carl.
There's a callback. Hit the like button for callbacks. Balls Deep says, don't hurt you, precious." I don't know what that means. but thanks for the toe. My brother from America, the Tommy Jordan, gifted 5 huge entertainment memberships. They're 5 of the happiest people ending the year in the best way possible. They're having a great time. Right, Lemmy?
Fantastic.
She knows. She knows all about it. Oh, here's the one. Thanks for the 10 by the Kinky Loco. John has evolved. Pardon. Hit the like button for burps. Good stuff. John has evolved. Instead of showing up to confront Cardiff of Hackamania, he sent Beer Seals Jerry to secretly take his picture instead.
Was John streaming at the time of that?
I'm not sure that there actually is a Cardiff photo out there.
Huh?
I didn't know there actually was Cardiff photographs out there. I bet he's a big, fat cunt.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either. That didn't happen since I started going on John's show.
Did you know that, Buckman and Lemmy?
Yes, I did. I was there.
Oh, she didn't stop.
Buckman was there schmoozing.
Definitely schmoozing.
Buckman was fully involved, and he let Cardiff get doxxed, and Buckman had a big laugh about it. It was disgusting. I was really pissed off at Buckman for doing that. I feel sick now even talking about it. Right, Lemmy?
Buckman, after the car incident, the next day when you had time to reflect on it, did you feel embarrassed by your behavior?
Oh, me yelling at Rochi?
Mm-hmm.
Was I embarrassed? No, not at all.
Why did you yell at Rochi again?
He was gatekeeping.
How so?
He blocked me. It's just he tried to stop me from going on a show with Stuttering John.
And who?
Or he did, and Ashley.
So you pulled your car over to scream at Rochi because he
I didn't
blocked
actually
you
pull my car over to scream.
You were still driving, you're right. You were actually still driving.
I was in my car.
Driving. And yelling at Rochi about not sending you the link to talk to Ashley Cummings.
Well, I was asked for a link. It was the only time I could go on.
And you're not embarrassed by that?
I was pissed off. Hey, am I wrong for...
Yes.
I'm not allowed to get pissed off? Is that what the deal is? I'm supposed to just sit and not show emotion and act
This is another sign of low intelligence. This is another sign of low intelligence, is that your response was, am I not allowed to get pissed off? It's like, no, I'm saying you made an ass out of yourself by driving and raging out on Rochi about an Ashley Cummings Stuttering John link.
All right, well, your opinion is I made an ass of myself. My opinion is I gave them great content.
Yeah, it's great content if you embarrassing yourself.
No, but it's Ava. Do you think you're spending all this time defending Stuttering John and acting like his history only began 4 months ago when you joined the show is not making an ass of you?
So when you make that statement, is that you reflecting that that's how you interpreted my statement? Do you think that I was saying that everything should only be judged by 4 months ago?
You've answered everything. What did I answered everything even when Beer Says Jerry come up. That was before my time.
Do you remember what I said in the beginning?
That was before my time.
Okay, let's move on. This guy's an idiot.
Buckman, here's one for you from Nips. Nice podcast, Stupid Live. Thanks for the 2. I will be returning to that lovely show soon. But only if Deb is there. If Deb is not there, Dan can go take a jump in the lake. Pardon my French. You like that one, Lemmy?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you. Defend Schmuel spending 10 plus hours a week harassing a man. That'll be for you, Buckman.
If anybody doesn't see this as the symbiotic relationship it is between Schmuel and John and everyone else, then I can't help you. What you're calling harassment is how John's making a living.
What? Okay.
Here's,
my favorite part about Schmuel.
Do you think that, Avi, you said it yourself, right? All John's chat.
Why are you shouting? Calm your ass down. You're starting to sound like my old lady.
No, I don't want. Look, you know what? Don't tell me how to act. I won't tell you
Shut
how to
up, bitch.
dress. We'll all be fine. All right. John, you said yourself, John's chat
Oh, no.
is people shitting on him, $2 a pop, and that's what he's doing.
When did I say $2 a pop? Why do you always add weird details and just make everything weird? You're an odd old man.
I'm not an odd old man. John gets
I think you
$2
are.
a pop to get. John gets $2 a pop to get insulted. If you don't want to accept that,
Yesterday, people were
fine.
paying him like $10 a pop to insult him.
All right, $2, $10. What price is his
The
dignity
point is, I
worth?
didn't say that.
What
You said
price-
I did.
What I said is, you said that his chat is filled with people shitting on him, right?
What was my point I was making with that?
I have no idea, because my point is that John is doing it for income, and to act like there's any other reason that
Did
he's
you
doing
hear
it
what-
is bullshit.
Okay, this is amazing.
Well, speaking of income, here's a massive $2 from Balls Deep. Needs more Gordon Lightfoot. Yes, he could play one of his 2 good songs and another one by Balls Deep. Oh, let me read this one because it'll sound nicer coming from you.
Would Schmuel wash Ava's balls if I gave him $2?
If I was being nice to him, he would have.
Dan, thanks for the $2. Hey, hey, Buckman Esquire, when did you become a paralegal? No offense, Quad. Hit the like button for jokes about people in wheelchairs.
Please.
Oh, am I supposed to answer that?
Yeah.
Dan, I don't even know what Dana's questions are. I've watched him nitpick away, so maybe we graduated together. So there you go.
Schmuel, you're kind of in a situation right now where there's a large group of people that a lot of them don't even like each other, including me and some other people. But we've all kind of observed the same point in evolution that you're at right now in this like tyrannical phase. Do you think that we're all conspiring against you, or maybe we're kind of all observing the same behaviors?
Who are you? Who are all these people, Ava?
Do you feel that no one is making videos about you, criticizing you?
I have the same 3 people making the same video week after week. I mean,
Well, do you think? Okay, let's just go with that. Do you think?
do I think that
We're all
do I think
conspiring
they
against
have
you?
I don't think there's a conspiracy at all. I'm happy to provide the content. Have I?
But do you think those
upset about it? Have I
observations
said
about your
it?
behavior are? It's possible that they're accurate.
I don't really know what their observations about my behavior are because I don't really pay attention to them.
That says something. Okay, that was my question. Go ahead, Husey.
Well, I guess I can't interrupt because little Eccles, who's not called Luke, says, stop interrupting them, Husey. Hashtag 2 pound fruit. And then he says, please, sir, can I have more? Because he's from London, England. Here's the real reason why we're here. There's one for you, Lemmi. Lemmi, can you program a VCR? Hashtag flashing 12 a.m.?
Yeah, probably.
Balls Deep, another 2. Been fun. Peace out, ninjas. Do yo things. Cheers. I should let Buckman read that one. Here's one from Stealth, all the way from AIDS-infected Japan, with 200 yen. Point goes to Schmuel IMO.
Which point?
Yeah, Stealth, send an enormous follow-up. Well, speaking of which, he says one here. Ava always goes to ad hominem.
If you actually listen, there's a trajectory. Like, I engage in the conversation, and then at a certain point, if I just recognize the person isn't listening as he displayed when I asked him what the point was earlier, then it's just like, you're an idiot. Like, but I give everyone a fair shake to have the discussion.
Chris Mack, and I'll do my best Chris Mack impression. Ava, John has been better this year than the past. Schmuel brings up examples of John's past behavior. Ava hand waves it away, changes subject, ad hominem. I can't wait to find out what ad hominem means. Lemmi?
Doesn't that actually not make sense for what he's saying? It's what I said. Said, okay, whatever.
No, what they're saying, Ava, is you
Pull
don't
the chat back
you
up
keep
before-
changing. Right? You don't. You think you're answering questions, but you're not. You're making statements. You're saying this is what it is, and when somebody is questioned, the reality of that, you change the subject. You did not. You can say all you want that you filed the strike against Schmuel for a copyright violation. That's
Don't
not
move-
why you
that's
did
a
it.
different
You
issue.
did it because you were.
Stay
you
on
did
point,
it-
Schmuel.
you
Schmuel, that's
did
not
it
what the chat's
because
about.
You felt you were exploited.
Schmuel,
No,
you're making a mess.
It's exactly what the chat's about.
No, it's about John's
exact-
behavior. It's not about my strike. It's about John's behavior.
It's about you
Read the
waving
chat.
it away. It's about you waving away
Oh my gosh.
reality. No, you want to stay. All right, Ava, go here. Then answer that question. Answer
So it says
Chris'
Ava John has
question.
been better. When I first got on here, I said I made a decision when I first went on his show that because there's such a back and forth where every time either side brings up a point, there's another thing that the other person did, and I would argue they're all extreme. And so the way I handled going on John's show this year is to just take it from wherever it went. This was all organic. So I made the statement that he seems to be behaving better this year than the past, which is true. And wait, can you pull the chat back up so I can? Oh, I can. And so Schmuel brings up examples of John's past behavior, which again, I'm saying I'm not litigating that. So yeah, Ava hand waves it away, but I didn't change the subject or ad hominem because of it. I just said that if Schmuel wants to bring up, I'm not getting in the business of everything Schmuel brings up from like a year or 2 year to 5 year to 20 years ago. I'm not
Or
going to get
6
into that
months.
since I started going on John's show. And so I'm not going to get into the game that is what makes this whole thing annoying between the two sides. Is they just have, so I could just have responded to Schmuel with some horrible thing that Schmuel did. Like, but that's the point of why I'm not doing it, is I don't want to get involved with it. So I'm dealing with it head on. If he does something now, I would acknowledge it. So that's not inconsistent. So I don't get, your chat is describing it, but it's not attacking me in the way you want it to.
Tommy Jordan, thanks for the 2. Buckman is a legend, and if he'd have said yo, then it would have sounded exactly like him. Yo, 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 yo.
Buckman is becoming a legend.
I like that. I think that 2026 is going to be your year, Buckman.
You're going to be the new Stuttering John soon, buddy.
Oh,
Judge me by my haters. That's all I ask, Ava. Judge me by my haters.
yeah. To quote Kim Jong Il, they
Stealth,
hate us.
literally, you were sucking my tits yesterday, asking me if I'd do a podcast with you. Like now you're just switching gears. You're crazy.
Well, you better hope that you have your tits covered if he sucks your tits, because allegedly he has the HIV. Stealth Chaos, thanks for the 200 yen. I'm sick of trans chick tag teams. Name 2. Here's this lovely lady, Victoria. Allegedly not her. Who knows? What a fun episode. Hit the like button for great jokes like that. Stealth bragged about kissing him on Sunday. About a guy kissing him on Sunday.
This is what's wrong with boomers. Stealth
Don't make me a bad person.
Stealth idolizes David Bowie and Prince and all these androgynous people and says that he used to wear a dress and things like that. But now that he's kind of old and irrelevant, he's just taking it out on trans people. And that's kind of the boomer mentality. He's just taking it out on the younger generations.
I enjoy Ava's generalizing, right? Like if I said, "Oh, the problem with all trans people is,"
Oh God.
you would get upset about it. But you're free to go, "Oh, the problem with all boomers is," as if we're like one hive mind and we all think alike.
The boomers are the most entitled generation that ruined this country. It's not the same thing as like any kind of small group of like trans people or gay people or immigrants or anything. The idea that you equate all of those as similar is reflective of how insanely out of touch boomers are.
We ruined, yes, well, as boomers, we ruined the country. Ruined the country.
You
That's what we
did.
did. Sure, we did. Okay.
I actually have a poll
So-
up in
Go
the
ahead, I'm
chat right
sorry.
now, and the options is who's better, old boomers.
Look at a graph, Schmuel, of the middle class and income inequality starting from when you all started voting, and tell me you didn't ruin this country, idiot.
old
Income,
boom-
right. What, you know what? There's no point, Ava, this is the thing, right? There's no point in ever arguing or ever having a discussion with you because you have your ideas are set in a foundation that you cannot make any alteration to them.
I'm talking about the data. Like the data about the income inequality is it's very specific. I didn't come up with the data. I'm responding to the data.
Right,
You're
but they're the cause.
But John filed a
you've decided
lawsuit.
that those are. But you've decided that those are. That's the cause. Is that boomers started voting, not that the world changed, not that technology changed, not any other factors. It's that boomers started voting.
I think I don't want to bog Hughesy's show down with a political discussion, but I'll have this with you another time if you want.
according to Billy Joel, the boomers said didn't start the fire, so blame it on the Somalis.
Billy Joel, like Schmuel, throws pianos when he gets mad,
Yeah,
and had to quit drinking because he couldn't control himself.
I don't know. But stop blaming me for that. Your life isn't what you want it to be.
I'm having a great life. I'm just talking about the income inequality gap.
And speaking of Billy Joel, hopefully Lemmi turns up at Hackymania for some BJ. Anyway, KF Siege, thanks for the toe. Hit the like button. Good point. Hit the like button, everybody. Right, Lemmi?
Right.
So yeah, that's that
love Lemmi.
chemistry people tune in for. James R617, thanks for the toe. Ava, you constantly say, so I'm not allowed to.
Do I?
I didn't notice it, and I have autism, so I probably would have caught on to that.
I didn't realize I say that all the time either.
Thanks to Rocky Wig Snatch. Thanks for the 5. Ava gets to make the rules on how the internet works. Got it?
That's just your idiot interpretation. I cited rules that were created not by me. They're laws about one strike.
Hit the like button. James R617, thanks for another 2. Grateful the 60-year-old is acting better this year.
He's gonna have shot someone by the end of this stuff coming here. Or crashed his car screaming at Rochi from a traffic jam.
And
I was safely pulled over onto the side of the road.
It looked like it was moving to me.
Well,
this is
I'm lying then.
You said you didn't pull over when I said never mind, let's not get back
I
to it.
didn't have to. I was in. Jesus.
Why not just
fucking
wait till
Christ,
you get
People
home?
are so hard. Because
Why not
I
wait till you
wasn't
get
going-
home?
I don't know, Ava. Why
Is
don't
it that
you wait
important
till
to
you get home?
yell at Rochi from your
Why don't you-
automobile?
Because I
you
was
didn't get sent a
stuck
link
in
to talk to
non-moving
Ashley
traffic.
Cummings?
I got stuck. Yeah, that's why.
That's right.
Lemmi, I gotta ask. I've never seen a person look more bored on stream. Like,
Have you ever seen this show?
what are you?
I'm so relaxed and super chill. I got solitaire going. I've been playing this whole time. I feel fantastic. I take none of this super seriously. I don't care. I'm just having a good time.
If you listened more to the shows when they're not talking about you, Schmuel, you'd realize that Lemmi kind of does this a lot on Hughesy's show.
Like every time.
It's part of her charm.
But every once in a while, Lemmi drops a
Like,
banger.
I like getting fucked in my ass and doing cocaine.
Hackymania. See you soon.
Schmuel, what would you describe as your biggest embarrassment in broadcasting this year? Like looking
Being
back.
on with you.
I knew you were going to say that, but second to that.
Being on with you.
But this is a good question to wrap up. Thanks, Dan, for nice podcast, stupid. Thanks for the toe.
Dan.
Best. What does that say?
That's Werther's original flavor. It's a candy for
Oh
old people.
fuck yeah! So Werther's original flavor: caramel, coffee, or chocolate. You start, Buckman. Are you allowed to have lozenges?
I'm not sure I know what Werther's is.
Oh, he's playing down.
Yes, I'm playing dumb, Ava.
See, now
It's-
you've caught
it's-
Lemmi attention.
It's these old like toffee things that in the commercials old people like that their grandpa would give them.
Okay.
You want to get into that debate, Lemmi?
Oh
The
no, they're
debate.
delicious. Is the caramel flavor the original flavor? Because
No.
that's my favorite. There is no other. And when you're going coffee candy, you're going nips, bro. You're going full blown nips.
Well, that's ironic you say that because look at Dan's profile picture,
Mm-hmm.
Dan has got Lemmi by the nips. There we go. Nice. Ian Birdson, thanks for the toe. Ava, what have you done for this country?
You have no idea what I do every day for this country.
Shit.
I mean, some people do because they dox my employment, try to get me fired. But Schmuel doesn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but you try to get a guy's job taken away, so it's okay.
If you had any idea what I did, and the idea you would compare that to Frog and what his choice of employment.
Ava, you went on Stuttering John. You continue to go on Stuttering John. You knew what you were
You're a
getting
weirdo.
into, and then you're complaining that, again, tiger. I went in and played with the tiger, and I got bit. Oh. Go ahead. Anyway,
Schmuel, you're a business owner, right?
this is $9.99. If Keanu got divorced from this is from Ghost Crusader TV. If Keanu got divorced from Gino, which one of you men would tap it? Ava, would you make Kiki ski west?
Ski word.
I think Kiki's
Ski word.
beautiful.
I have a large penis, so Kiki couldn't handle it. But she's a very nice person. I'd probably be polite and take a beach. Maybe I'll see. Depends on her attitude at the time, which I think is very gentlemanly of me.
I
Right,
think so,
Lemmi?
too.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lemmi. Buckman, would you bang Kiki and would you make her squirt at the same time?
Of course.
Jesus Christ. Kiki, you're gonna get banged.
Buckman, she's got a thing for old men, right? So,
Gino's got a lovely smile, though. I think we all have to admit that, though, right? Let's see some 27s in the chat if you think Gino has a lovely smile. And then Reverend Rage, thanks for the 5. Schmuel, TSN, and WATP make a pay-per-view from a hidden recording violating John's privacy and right to publicity, but he should not sue. Are you kidding me?
the recording, as I remember, is not one of the cause of actions in the lawsuit.
My favorite thing about Schmuel is that he has arguably the worst temperament out of anyone in this space, like worse than John. And as we saw from his behavior in the automobile at Rochi for like a pretty minuscule thing, if I would love to watch Schmuel deal with the amount of scrutiny John does, and for Schmuel to not end up in jail in the next 9 months. And that's why I hope Dan and everyone keeps doing it, so we can see how much worse Schmuel is than John ever was about this.
But I also wouldn't be drunk, abandoning my family, trying to make money, by getting.
You don't need
insulted.
alcohol to
So,
behave like a
there we go.
tyrant, Schmuel.
All right, so you're saying John behaves like a tyrant. Is that what this is about?
I'm saying you should start drinking again because this isn't working.
It's working for me. I got you all upset.
I'm not upset. You're the one
No,
shouting
not at all.
and flailing
No.
about, dude.
Not at all. Hey, you know what? I'm expressive. I'm an expressive person. I'm not going to sit there and, what do you call it, peddle bullshit and act like, So go ahead.
Clip that part as well.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button because this is a wrapping up. So I have everybody's social media links linked down below. But what have we got coming up next that we should be looking out for? Lemmy has started doing tit streams, and I'll say it again, has my favorite show that streams. I'm not just saying this because I'm trying to get a piece. I love her TRL music show, and your mic is off, Lemmy. What have you got coming up that we should be looking out for?
Nothing in particular, really. Just come hang out with me in the mornings. Just come hang out with me in the morning and hit the notification bell on the YouTube, because sometimes I go live and fucking crochet a random blanket. So come hang out.
Yeah, but describe how you crochet.
Oh, with my tits out.
Yeah. And I don't mean to be vulgar, but Lemmy's get big fucking tits. Buckman, what do you have coming up that a super tough guy should be looking out for?
I've got my regular Tuesday stream tonight at 8 p.m. Schmuel
Are you going to
Talk
go down the
on
list of everyone in the
YouTube.
Dabbleverse and tell us again what you think about them and just really minutia-driven, just horror fest?
I was thinking about, maybe going on John's and, helping him covering for abandoning his family. But I could do that too.
It sounds like you tried to, but you didn't get sent the link, and then you started yelling at Rochi from your car.
No, I did, and I appreciate your going back. What do you call it? I appreciate your going back and bringing that up 8,000
Pretty
times.
important point.
Very,
it's about your
it's
temperament. You're very
very
judgmental of John, but you haven't really shown any patience or
I haven't abandoned
civility whenever you're
I
criticized.
haven't chosen alcohol over my family, right? I didn't get. And Ava, do you not think that you're treated differently because of your transition by John than you would have had you not transition?
I already answered that. Initially, he treated me that way because I was trans, but I don't think it's like that anymore. I think he actually just sees me for who I am. He recognizes I'm trans, but the actual conversations we have with each other are all
Do you
based
mean
on.
treats differently in the way that she actually gets treated with so much more respect than actual women in the Dabblers by John? Is that what you mean? By treated differently?
That's a good question.
Certainly she's definitely treated better. Yeah, you're definitely treated better by John than. I mean, he hasn't hit on you. He hasn't suggested flying to see you for Christmas.
John's not attracted to trans women. If anything, he probably just looks at me like another dude, like everyone else. So I don't understand how he's treating me differently based on me being trans.
Well,
John doesn't look at me as a woman.
The general consensus, Ava, would be that he looks at you, and the reason why he has you on, or had you on, maybe you did develop a friendship, was to help enable him to reestablish a relationship with family.
Schmuel, I didn't say this to you in that last embarrassing tweet argument we were in, but I think you kind of tell on yourself when you make comments like this. It shows that you just look at me only as a trans person and what that means in the spaces that we're in together. I think that's kind of more reflection on you.
Right, that's been my MO, that's been my history forever. Yes, exactly. I think you're ignoring the fact that you were used by John.
Well,
you said that I thought you said I used him in the beginning of this when I reached out to him because I was trans.
Mutual.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Did reach out
mutual.
To him
it's almost like it's mutual. It's almost like it's mutual.
You did reach out to him because you did, and he accepted because you were
it's
trans,
mutual.
our
relationship. There's no secret. There's no secret agenda in our
helping him with
relationship.
his
It's
family.
literally just what it is. But you could keep just hallucinating that and then walking it back. That's fine.
Ava, as you said before, it's what everyone thinks, not just me.
About what?
Everyone, Ava.
I didn't say who. I said what, idiot.
You do
Dummy.
not think
You
that you
dummy.
are. You do not think that you're. That's a call me. I love the ad hominems, Ava, because it shows me the weakness of your argument.
It shows me how sensitive
you
you are.
Yes, that's why I'm. That's why.
It is
I'm
annoying
so
because
upset
I've
about
heard
that.
you talk about me and you always make it out like I'm some sensitive victim when people insult me. I'm really not. You are. Every
No,
time I make
actually,
a mild insult, you lash out like a little bitch. You're a little bitch.
Yeah, I am. I am a little bitch. And you're being used by John because you're trans to cover for his bad relationship with his family and hoping that that was going to somehow work magic for him.
It's all in your
This
head.
is
And you have a
John's way.
wacky
Yes,
head.
it's all in my head. It's all in my head.
Well, this is probably an awkward question to ask after that conversation. Ava, can we hear your thoughts on Brent transitioning? And Lemmy seems to know who this is.
Brent from the Stern Show. I saw that picture. It's him like at a gay parade thing, just being all gay looking. I don't think everyone just made that about him transitioning. It seems like he was kind of like a cuck. I think him and Bubba the Love Sponge are probably gay. And so Brent's trajectory into just being cucked by his wife, like, and these weird things, like maybe he's gay. I don't see the trans element when people describe it. But I've never been a big, like, community or parade person anyway, so that's him, and it seems like he was excited to be in a gay parade and looking gay. So
the only issue I had with it is he didn't go like the Rob Halford fabulous like leather metal gay.
That's
he
good.
could have
That's
pulled
good.
that off so much better.
I hope he isn't trans. I hate trans people.
I do too.
Yeah. Ghost Crusader, thanks for the 5. Oh, Lemmy, you can read this when you have the nice voice.
Ava, how many other men does John say he loves? Only you.
He says he loves like his like guys that like he's always on the phone with during the day. Like it's not just me.
I really think it's almost like a unicorn for people here to watch somebody actually befriend John without a nefarious like agenda. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much for that. Wait, did I interrupt you?
Go for it.
And so what people like Schmuel don't understand is that there's people like me, and I think Dan is also one of these, where I have no agenda to have a podcast. Like the amount of time I spend in these shows is exactly where it's supposed to be. I have no agenda with John. Everything about how I got to know him was on his show, and it's just what it is. There's no agenda or anything. I like him. He asked me to come on his show. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And it's just that simple. But when Schmuel sees it, it's like, he's using you because you're a trans. It's just some people don't think like that, Schmuel, because some people aren't lunatics. And some people aren't clout chasers. And some people don't want to like have a podcasting career. And it's just, it's nice to talk to people here and there. But I know that's hard for you.
Yeah, it's very hard for me, Ava. I'm struggling with it. Can't you tell?
You're struggling with a lot of things, and I can tell.
Ava, it's tiresome. All you have are, you can call me dummy, you can do this, you got nothing. Your little snickers reveal more about you than anything that I've done here tonight.
To you they do, but I do not look at anything in the world the same way as you do, so I'm comfortable with that. Are you?
Hey, I'm comfortable with how I am. I'm just uncomfortable with the
Then why are you
dishonesty
shouting?
that you have that thinks I'm not. Okay. And again, why don't you let me finish what I'm saying instead of being interrupted? But is it you're afraid I'm going to say something you're not going to want to hear?
No, it's that we
Or
have.
is it uncomfortable for you?
I don't think I look uncomfortable at all during this. It's because you kind of go on and on.
Your snickers.
Even when you're not mad at an argument like this, you have a problem where you just go on and people have to rein you in. And so when we're debating points, it's difficult because you just start throwing the kitchen sink out and we never get to what we were actually talking about.
I thought I was doing minutia. I didn't think I was doing the kitchen
That's
sink.
the minutia.
I thought I was,
That's the minutia.
Oh, no, so the minutia are the actual points. And you're the one that's kitchen sinking. You're just like, oh, this all went because
I didn't say the
John's...
minutia, the actual points.
All right,
This is
I'm
what,
going,
when you were questioning
Husey,
Lemmy,
can we,
when
like,
you were questioning Lemmy about the minutia, you said, "Oh, so it's about the John's lawsuit." That's not what her point was. It was like a gajillion other things you added onto it. You just are not a good faith debater, so you just reframed what she said and made it about the lawsuit. Everything else was the minutia. You're just trying to protect your psyche by just reframing it to the lawsuit because you feel stronger in that point.
Thank you for saying that I'm.
It's a weakness of yours. It's one of the many weaknesses. It's one of your many weaknesses.
You've been right. Okay. All right. Well, it's fine. We all have weaknesses, Ava. I'll work on mine. Okay.
I don't think he will.
You try doing yours.
We should
I don't
all
see-
work on our weaknesses.
We all should. I don't see Schmuel doing that this coming year.
I haven't
I'm here
seen
for
you
it.
do it in the past year, so maybe 26 will change it.
Okay.
And Lemmi, would you like to read this one?
Ava, has John ever called you Oscar?
No.
Thanks for the 5.
He calls
And
me
this
out.
is here's a nice complimentary one. Schmuel, you can read this one. We end on a high note.
KF Sage for $5. I hope Ava tipped her surgeon. Excellent job on those. Hit the like button.
And everybody should hit the like button. And Ava, you get cut off before you get to plug or promote anything you've got coming up that we should be looking out for.
Oh, I just finished school, so I'm writing songs all the time again now. I'm posting them on my YouTube. It's youtube.com/Ava Raiza, I think. Something like that.
There you go. And you will be able to find that down below in the thing, the description box. I got to be honest with you, I've had a piss boner for about the last 30 minutes. And not in the fun one that I sent the photograph to Lemmi earlier. And I mean it. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to hope everybody clicks on the like button, of course. I'm going to post the link to Kaylee's live stream here in the thingy, in the fucking chat, because I'm going to go jump on that once I'm done with my piss, okay? So thank you, Lemmi. Thank you, Buckman. Thank you, Ava. This was great. We're going to do a big wave goodbye, and
Bye-bye.
I don't have to edit this because it's not a Christmas episode.
Love you guys.
Thanks,
All right, bye.
everybody.
Good night, kids. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And if you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, baby, please don't go.